People, welcome back to another one. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for chopping in the channel. Been doing good. I don't know about y'all. Hope y'all doing good as well. Today we're gonna talk about something kind of like quote lesson for me, if you ask me. But hopefully I can help anyone else out there. Kind of like relating to like obviously working out in the field and then doing different types of brake jobs, specifically Japanese cars. Over here I got two Milwaukee bits. Now Milwaukee bits, I've done a video on them before, I believe, and then you know, for me these Milwaukee bits quite pricey, but they get the job done. They're reliable and you know, they're worth it if you ask me. But as you can see here, kind of like, you know, the bit, this used to be a Phillips. I don't know if you can see that. That is a Milwaukee, so you can see the logo over there. The bit, like the tip of the Phillips, size 2. Same with this one. This obviously is a bit longer. Kind of like gone. I mean, nothing to do with the bit itself. I would say the cause of the problem was like more of the person responsible for using them, me. Kind of like I was kind of misusing them. I mean, really and truly, with all my brake jobs, up until recently, I've been using whether the Phillips, you know, Japanese cars, they use Phillips head screwdrivers, and then VAG group, like German cars, Audi, VW, whatever, Skoda, yada yada yada, they use like Torx. So, you know, brilliant, you know, didn't have any problem with that. The Torx, they're fine, none of them broke down on me. But yeah, I've been using my small M12 impact driver, been doing good, you know. Small tool, but you know, it does have like a kick in it. And then if it kind of like gets down to like a bit more, you know, I need a bit more chooch from my chotch, I would, you know, use my impact wrench, the stubby one again, an M12 version. You know, a bit more powerful than the impact driver, and then obviously put an adapter to it, and then you know, so I can use the bits. But yeah, I mean, really and truly, if you ask any mechanic out in the field, old school mechanic, which is kind of like, if you ask for the rumor, the legend, whatever you want to call it, Japanese cars, it's bit like Japanese cars, you know, when doing brake jobs on them, you know, they're Phillips heads, they, you know, they rust to like, they rust to shit basically. I mean, they see solid on there like coffin nail, if you ask me. So ideally, not ideally, having the proper tool was the right thing to do. Me personally, up until all these years, I was kind of like getting away with it with using my impact drivers. You know, it's still, there is an impact, but because obviously it's just the impact on the bit obviously is happening, but then the force applied to the like fastener, so wherever, like when you obviously the impact is happening and the bit is twisting, so the impact is happening. But if there's not enough, if there's not good enough like grip on, not grip, I would say, you know, if it's not properly in there, like a good grip, not good grip, kind of like good fitting, if you ask me, it slips and then it can like round off the fastener, and then, you know, worst case scenario, I mean, I broke my bits because the fastener was bare tight. So obviously you put pressure behind the gun to obviously keep like a good, a proper fitting on there so it doesn't slip. But I mean, it got to the point that, mate, I just like broke 2 bits, and then I had to like get a screwdriver, hammer screwdriver, hammering, well, with the hammering cap, you know, give it some like a couple of whacks just to get like, with the vibration, to break the loose, the kind of like rust with inside the fastener. And then with the third one, I managed to get out the fastener. This wouldn't have happened if I had one of these, not necessarily kind of like the Halfords one, but impact driver, that's what you really need. You know, big lesson on me. You know, I mean, not big lesson, but obviously, you know, I hate breaking tools. I don't like breaking tools, my own tools, especially someone else's tools. That's weird, if you ask me. So yeah, I hate breaking my tools. I like to maintain them. You know, obviously they got all the tools. The more you use them, the more wear they're gonna have. Eventually they're gonna go. But you know, I like to keep them as, you know, as far as possible and use them out in the field. So yeah, there's 2 Milwaukee bits over there, like, you know, gone. talking about impact driver, it's kind of like goes back into, you know, when you are a beginner and then you gathering tools, and then, you know, if you ask anyone, like, you know, they told you, you'll get the basic stuff, your screwdrivers, pliers, socket set, whatever. I will probably put this one, include this one in the kind of like beginner sets, especially if you're going to be working on Japanese cars more often and then you're going to be doing brake jobs. You need an impact driver. Now, you know, the electric ones, are they good? Are they good? They get the job done? Yes, most of the times. But really and truly, this is the tool you should be using. Can you get away with the impact drivers? The electric ones? Yes, but obviously you can see here, you're going to come across one of them cars and then there goes your bits. Really and truly, impact driver over here, I mean, I got this from Halfords. Even if you get it from online, eBay, Amazon, what's or not, like, you know, they're not really that expensive. So I would say 10, 15 pounds, you know, if you go for a basic one. If you want to go for like something like a Snap-on or whatever, I don't see the point for me, but by all means go. But yeah, obviously gonna be more expensive, but they're really like simple tools. Obviously this one, not really the best representation if you ask me, kind of like cardboard inside the casing, whatever, you know, not really like, you know, like the Nepro that I done the video like about a week ago, you know, them ones, the packaging was like, it was bare beautiful, mate. But anyway, old school kind of like type, well, not old school, regular impact driver, you know, obviously you got different bits, Allen's, whatever, Phillips. Flat ones I don't think you're gonna really using. Most of the times are gonna be your Phillips, probably Phillips size 2. So I got one over here, and then obviously you got the, you know, obviously it's got some weight on it. So basically what happens is when you hammer this, depending on what position you put it, I don't know if you can see that, but left or right, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. There's an L1 over there, and then the right. So depending on which side you twist it, when you hammer it, this one is going to twist either left or right. But the good thing about an impact driver is it's the moment when you hammer it, then it twists. So you got perfect kind of like contact with the fastener when the twist motion happens, because you're hammering it on that specific time. Whereas with an impact driver, with a gun, you're pushing it from behind as much as you can, but the force is not as big as hammering this one and then twisting at the same time. So this is why this is a better tool than using a gun with the bits on there or whatever you're going to be using. You got less chance of, you know, rounding off the fastener and then, you know, cursing the shit out of it for half an hour trying to, you know, do it with a chisel, kind of like take it out from there, or, you know, using oxy and heat or whatever. So just really and truly get the right job, get the right tool for the job. That's pretty much the video, I would say. But yeah, don't highly recommend this. I don't know why I skipped so many years. Obviously I didn't come across, you know, this problem. But yeah, it's kind of like, I would say, one of your, you know, one of the basic tools you should get when you're building, when you're starting out, there's a new tech out in the field. You know, saying that with you will get your, you know, other tools, pliers, screwdrivers, socket set extensions, yada yada yada, and then kind of like jump into like the electric tools or pneumatic ones, kind of like all of them. The hand tools, these ones, they'll never let you down as long as, you know, you take care of them, and obviously they're good. They're not like some cheap tools or whatever. That was the video, guys. Let me know what you think down below. All comments are appreciated. Obviously, anyone that's been working on Japanese cars knows the problem. Leave a thumb up down below, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, kind of like a, you know, small lesson, big lesson for me. Obviously, it could be worse if it was another case with another tool that I was like misusing and then probably damaged the car as well. You know, sometimes we kind of like go around ways that we shouldn't just to get the job done. Is it the kind of like best way? Nah, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Hope everyone's doing okay. Thanks again for watching, popping by in the channel, and then, you know, I'll be looking in the next video. Peace.